Okay. Paul, is it me?
Yep, it's all you.
Okay. Hey, first, I would really like to ask what questions you guys have from me or home warranties related in general. I don't really want to start downloading all this stuff because we got a lot that's new and unique. Paul, I'm gonna get rid of this message here. Got it. Okay, there we go. Now I can see more people. Okay. I want to just take a minute or two. Can anybody type Paul some questions or go live and ask me any questions? Listing coverage. I just had a Remax Elite agent this morning, Tyann Whitworth. She has been putting listing coverage on a lot of things, and we talked about the benefits of that. So for her sellers, anybody want to talk about that or know what it is? Or you guys here? Okay. So okay. Have you ever used listing coverage before?
No.
Okay. Any questions, Paul, that popped up? Anybody? Okay. I'll briefly touch on listing coverage, and I'll also show you a sheet at the same time. It's that one in your right hand, Misty. Yep. Yep. So this listing coverage is available with all home warranty companies, as you know, or might not know. It's free seller's coverage, and everything that's checked is literally free. And I'm going to get you guys this document. I'll hold it up closer to the camera. It's a little blurry, but all that coverage is free. And then the heating and air is usually not free. If you want the heating and air and the water heater covered, it's a small $75 fee. Some sellers want it, some don't. But what you can trust is this little yellow stripe right there that says free, no obligation. So that from our company, Home Warranty Inc., it's literally free. None of your sellers, 100 of your sellers could sign up with this listing coverage and not have to pay for that coverage for your buyer. Okay, so it's a no-brainer. I would, and a lot of agents hear that and they're like, oh, I'm gonna offer that to my clients, and then they kind of forget about it because you guys are doing your thing and it's a new thing. However, if I was in competition with other agents from other offices, I would be looking at any value add that I could give to my sellers. And honestly, listing coverage, if we save somebody $300 or $400 on an appliance repair right before closing, like a week before, or maybe even during the final walkthrough when an appliance shuts down, I mean, you guys could really look like the heroes with this free listing coverage. So when I teach CE, a common question I get is, hey, Kourtney, if I start this listing coverage, will you guys fix things that show up on the home inspection? What do you think? Anybody want to offer a guess as to if we will or won't?
Yes.
Okay, maybe. So
No.
Who said no? Who said no?
Pre-existing.
Right. So sometimes, but the truth is this, if Paul is my seller, we'll use Paul as an example, and Paul, I put listing coverage on and his house goes under contract in 2 weeks. And then the home inspection shows up 2 weeks after that. So that's a month of coverage. When that home inspector shows up, if he finds a problem that might have started in the last 2 weeks, you're right. It could be pre-existing if that leak, that plumbing line has rotten wood underneath and the floor is about ready to fall out. But if that plumber pulls out that dishwasher and he's like, oh, look, there's a couple fresh drops on the floor. And he says, well, that could have started 2 weeks. We would look at when the coverage started, and then we'd determine whether it's covered or not. So the possibility of us covering something like that is real, and it's worth it. As long as you guys don't say, hey, put on this listing coverage, they'll cover everything the home inspector finds. I'd never say that. I would say, hey, there's a chance, and a good chance, depending on how long that house stays on the market, whatnot. Other agents say, hey, it's not worth it to put on listing coverage because houses are selling so quickly. It's not worth it. Well, I know that most houses don't go from listing to completely closed out in less than 3 to 4 weeks, right? Is it 3 weeks is about the fastest it could happen. So I always say, well, there's a lot of things that could happen in 3 weeks that would really benefit a buyer. So if a buyer moves in, if Paul buys my house and Paul moves in and he's the buyer, and I had 3 weeks worth of coverage started prior to close, and his refrigerator doesn't work the first day, all home warranty companies are going to say, nope, Paul, you get that refrigerator working, and then we will keep it working. We won't make it work for you. But in a scenario where I started listing coverage, that fridge was working 3 weeks prior to Paul using it. And so Paul would have a covered claim. So the real benefit of listing coverage is that if it goes to a buyer and buyer's coverage is paid for, that buyer is blessed. I'll just say that. And the agents that use listing coverage all the time, and then buyer's coverage starts, they're like, Kourtney, you guys don't deny everything. Like you go, well, yeah, we almost can't. And that's the whole point of it, is you're really blessing a buyer with a gift. So anyway, any questions on seller's coverage? It's super easy. It's 90 seconds to set up. It's 90 seconds. It couldn't be easier to call our company in 90 seconds, be off the phone. But yeah, what a benefit. I'm going to gift you guys this flyer, and it also talks about it. There's language right here. So I encourage you guys to read that, because that's the language that if you were going to present it and say, hey, I'm with Remax Elite, I've sold this X, Y, and Z in this neighborhood. I'm doing so good for my clients. And by the way, I have free coverage for you if you list with me. And another agent doesn't say that. I just see that as a win. I mean, what are you talking about free? Well, then you can hand them this flyer and go, look, I mean, it's going to be a good deal. Okay. Any questions at all? Misty, any questions? Misty, any questions on that? Okay.
Is this actually, I did have a question, just took me a second to find my unmute button, sorry. Is this something that the homeowners could just set up on their own? What if they have the flyer and are just, is this something that they can do and set up, and then that cuts us out when we're wanting to use this as a marketing tool?
Yep. Yeah, they could. So for sale by owners, and that's why it's kind of a cool service. Really quick story. I had an agent in West Virginia. She started marketing this listing coverage, to the public, and some realtor turned her in and said, you're going to get sued. You're enticing, or you're incentivizing, you're enticing people to list with you. And she was worried about it. She called me, and I assured her that that's not true. Why? Because this listing coverage from any home warranty company is available to the general public. If that house is active in the MLS, a for sale by owner, as long as it's in the MLS, a home warranty company will give them listing coverage. So you making that connection between a free service that already exists with or without you is why it's not enticement. You're just letting them know, hey, these are the tools that I have. Another agent might not, okay? But yes, you're correct. They don't really need a real estate agent to get listing coverage. I would sure think it's a plus for you to for them to get it through you or hear about it through you. That would be a huge win, I would think. But no, a seller doesn't need an agent to get listing coverage.
I agree. I like that we have it an option. I just wanted to know if a rebuttal. If somebody said, "Oh, can't I just get this on my own?"
They sure can.
Yes, they can. Thank you.
Yep. They sure can. As long as that house is actively for sale, we will put, and we can prove that it's for sale, we will put listing coverage on it. Okay. On to the buyer's coverage, which is the most exciting part. I'm excited to introduce this to you guys. By the way, your broker, Christy Gooch, was not impressed. And I don't think Paul was that impressed either, but I think, right, Paul? I think this is the coolest thing. Have you guys ever heard of a concierge? Go to that 360 Home Connect flyer. Have you guys ever heard of a concierge service for your clients? So 360 Home Connect, we're offering a free, 100% free service. It's a company that already runs independently of us. But if you guys are looking for a new cool idea in 2022, I would highly recommend checking out the companies that are scheduling the installation of all your clients' utilities for them. So for the history of real estate, it's been you make 8 calls, and then if a bank calls and your closing date gets changed, you make another 8 calls. Then if it gets changed again, you and me and your clients make another 8 calls. Well, this company literally schedules the install of all of your clients' utilities. In one simple 10-minute phone conversation, they don't have to stress about waiting on hold with DirecTV and all that other garbage. So, and it's free. So I think it's amazing. The neat part is you don't even have to have a home warranty to use it. You can use it right now. You can call 360 Home Connect and I'll get you the flyer. Like I said, it's got all the info on there. But man, what a cool thing. And if you got a guinea pig client that's friendly, you might want to try it and say, hey, if that stressed you out less, like if that was easy, oh, I think you're onto something. Because the truth is, some of the franchises are already offering this technology. Some agents love it, some hate it. And I ran into a Keller Williams lately. Paul, I don't know if I told you this, but in Cleveland, Tennessee, it was this concierge was part of their luxury package. They love the service works amazing, but if you bought a $500,000 house or higher, they only offered it to their high-end clients. And you guys can take it to the masses and say, hey, tell me about your move-in. Was that less stressful just making one 10-minute phone call, or them contact? Oh man, that was great. They had everything ready to go on May 1st. And I just think it's awesome. So yeah, and I think it'll take less phone calls to the agent wondering about what the best utilities are in this zip code, and who do I call for this? And hey, is AT&T got good reception out there? And to me, agents have said I field a ton of phone calls in that area. So yeah. So yeah, and they're really good and professional, and we have had it's a cool service. Okay, that's called. Any questions on that, you guys? 360 Home Connect, you do not need a home warranty to use them, but if you do, if you have a home warranty going, you can register them on our brochure. I'll get really close to the camera. On the top, I don't know if you can see it. It's blurry, Paul. I don't know why it's blurry, but maybe it's not blurry for you. On the top line, it says 360 Home Connect free. Can you guys see that? Or is it backwards in the camera? I don't know. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at technology. I don't know what to do. Okay.
Oh, you're good. And if you can give me a PDF, I can share it.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if it was reversed on the screen. It probably was, and you guys are all confused. Yeah, what's that?
Can they just go to 360 Home Connect?
Right. If there's no home warranty, you go to 360homeconnect.com. If there is a warranty, you register through us. And all you need to do is enter the warranty and say, I want that service, and we take care of setting it up. So it's even easier for you if there is a warranty. Okay, the next thing that's going to be completely unique to home warranties is this. I'm excited to offer this. This is that surge protection. We are the only home warranty company offering surge protection. And I know certain parts of Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia that I cover, it's a problem. I've been in meetings where agents have I lost 3 washing machines, and it's only the washing machine. One gal had a problem with an electric fireplace, and that kept shorting out. So this is cool. And this is in our brochure. It's surge protection. One is a cheaper appliance only, and then one is $12 a month. And that is in everything from gaming systems to laptops to home theaters. Okay, and the neat thing about this, there's up to $5,000 worth of coverage. This is an add-on to our base plan, and this has no deductible, you guys, 0. So this is what's cool. This is the only coverage you will find that any home warranty company is offering with no deductible. And I'm super excited about it. I think it's great. We're partnering with a company out of Florida, and they've been doing surge protection warranty work forever. And it's literally, if your MacBook doesn't turn on the day after a storm wakes you up at 3 a.m. and your computer doesn't open, you just literally go get that thing fixed with a form from us. And if you have these coverages here, depending, it would be simple. So that's surge protection. And again, that's in our brochure, okay? Just a unique idea, hopefully. And I think also, people are spending more money on their home offices, so people are investing more and more because a lot of you guys even work from home. So the value of what we're spending as far as our technology centers at home is really increasing. That's a great way to don't stress if something blows due to a storm. It'd be great. Some clients will love it. I've never had anything fail from a storm, so I probably wouldn't get that. But that's just me until it happens to me. I don't really buy things, but my wife had to beg me to get life insurance. That's kind of bad. I probably shouldn't say that. Anyway, so this is our new brochure, you guys, right here. That is our new brochure. That's what it looks like. Okay, and in that we tried to make it simpler this time around, and we took out the fine print. The fine print is available with that QR code. And I know home warranties are getting less and less popular, and buyers are still wondering. So for all you agents that you know, you used to sell a lot of home warranties, but they're not being sold anymore. Just know that a lot of buyers still want it, but the seller, they know better than to bug the seller with asking for it. So tell them they can purchase a home warranty after the close. I just had this morning driving here, a client from Louisville, a realtor from Louisville. She said, hey, my client wants a home warranty, but it was not part of the deal, but you still would like coverage. And that's 100% possible. There is one company that will not let you get coverage outside of a real estate transaction. That's not us. We will definitely entertain the thought of coverage after the close. Okay, there's lots of people doing that. If as a salesman, I just would be, you know, I hope to be involved with every transaction. I realize with so many buyers that we're not, and home warranty sales are declining. However, if I was going to talk to an agent, if I was going to talk to a seller and say, hey, seller, I would put a home warranty on here. The seller says, I really don't need to, do I? And you know, no, you really don't need to have a home warranty to sell. However, we cover 94% of the calls that come in. So all those repair calls that we're getting year over year, I would tell my seller, look, you know, there's a better chance if you buy a home warranty, that would be the only thing I would buy extra. You don't want to pay for nothing, fine. But I would spend the $500 because we will separate you farther from that buyer. Here's the closing. You have a greater chance of being free and clear of any complaining buyer, right, after the close. And so that's the way I would frame this is, if you want to get as far away from your house and all the problems that you might have had, I would make that home warranty company take all those calls. And again, that's a lot of phone calls because we fix a ton of stuff. So yeah, with that, any questions? Any questions at all?
Do you still offer the $100?
Thank you. So yes,
I love
so
that.
yeah, so I had a question, and yeah, actually, Tyann actually took the $100 on this transaction this morning. So we are offering, when you open this up, thank you so much, because I always forget about the price. I feel like I say it every day. Okay, so on the price, the buyer's coverage is $575. Okay, right there. Again, Paul, is that clear at all?
No, it's pretty hard to read.
Yeah, I don't know why it's blurry. Anyway, there you go. How's that? 575. Can you see that? So 575 to the general public, that's for 14 months, okay? And people can still choose their own contractors with us, but you guys, Christy's letting it up to you. If you want to sell it at that, you can sell it at that or above, and you're eligible to get $100 back, okay? I'm going to put another document with Paul's big stack of PDFs he's going to send you. That document keeps you legal. It's 3 questions. If you want $100 back every time, you can get it. If not, you can sell it at $100 less, and it's called an agent discount. So say a deal is happening and the home warranty's been canceled, but you know, to make this deal and this buyer calm down and the seller calm down, some agents are like, fine, I will buy the home warranty. If that ever happens, obviously you can reduce that price by $100 at $475. That's the cheapest we can make it. Okay, so just always know you can either take a commission or give or maybe a relative of yours, you know, is a client. You don't want to charge your relative $100 or make something off of them. You can always discount that price. Okay. Okay, $475, and then some people spend $1,000. So with the home warranty company, it's always true. The more money you give us, I feel like I'm yelling at you guys. Oh my gosh, got earplugs. I need earplugs down here, Paul, for the first row of people. My fear is that I just don't know how loud to talk. But
Kourtney, I have a question.
yeah,
If it's too much to type on that $100, which I've done this with you several times, you can also credit that towards buying like the upgraded HVAC, and which is really nice thing to do for someone.
yep. That is normally, if somebody doesn't want the commission, that's almost always what they do. They decrease the price and then they roll that $100 back in with, you know, upgrades. And that's right. Yep.
An upgrade
And
feature.
that makes you guys look good. Honestly, if you say I'm giving you the agent discount, but then also we're using my bonus or my privilege of giving you better AC coverage, that's great. Yeah.
Mhm.
Thanks, Sunshine.
Oh.
No, I'm just teasing. I just saw your name when I got close.
He just did that. I come up as the owner. We don't know why.
Oh, it's funny. Oh, you didn't do that? I thought you did.
No, Paul put that on there just now.
Paul, let's be mature about this today, okay?
That was as mature as I could get.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, good question about that. Great question. Some agents love it. I'd say 60% of the realtors in Kentucky don't take the $100, 40% do. But you know, it's up to you guys. And again, it's a 3-question form to stay RESPA compliant. It's super basic. Any other questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
All right. So I have the sun warranty and something in my house goes out. I call a contractor, they come fix it. Am I paying the contractor and the warranty is reimbursing me? Or is the contractor billing the warranty and they're being paid?
Yeah, it depends on, okay, so her question, did you guys all hear her question? Missy, right?
Yes.
Missy's, did you guys hear Missy's question?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so Missy's wondering about the contractor and the reimbursement thing. So with our company, if we were only working with network contractors, then there would be no reason for a homeowner to be reimbursed because the direct billing would happen with that contractor. There's a business relationship there. But with us and the reason why we have such great service is if R&D Electric can't get there, you can call somebody else. If he can't get there, you can call somebody else. Well, the farther away from our network you get, that's fine, but they don't trust us and they've never billed us or worked with us. So in that case, we'll see what the contractor wants. If he's comfortable with a bill from us, that's fine. But most of the time, if they've never heard of that company, they're going to want payment from the customer.
That's the biggest negative I've had with home warranties is just contractors not wanting to do the work because who's paying them?
Yeah. So in that case, it would be customer reimbursement.
Okay.
So the customer, just like a normal no home warranty, they would have to pay them anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can work with both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
Was
answer.
that my company that you had trouble with?
I'm not good.
If it was, tell me later. I'll fix it. No.
Hit the balls, but.
Hey, we're having technical difficulties here. I don't know, earthquake or something. No, I don't know. But the internet's sketchy right here. No, that's a good question. So, but the contractor issue is a huge deal. Either the contractors are on hold forever with the phone, and I just want you to show you guys, like, if you need help, I'm available, or my company will live call answer. I mean, it's just like, and it's either the contractors are on hold for a half hour or the payment arrives 90 days after they do the work.
Right.
And that is the two biggest, like, so all these good contractors
Right.
found out 10, 15 years ago, no, I'm not gonna do it. So begging them to give somebody else that's a little more customer service friendly a chance is hard. You know, in certain markets, it's, if you want anybody to get the work, they hear home warranty involved.
They pick their tools up and leave.
Doing that. That's right.
They really do.
It's brutal.
But I'm glad your company's better.
Yep.
I guess I've been lucky. You all have been great to all of my clients. I mean.
Well, that's what, like I said, 94% of the time we have a covered claim. Covered claims make people happy. Then 3% of that denial. So if there's 6% that's denied, 3% will understand why, because we will explain it to them on the phone. Look, we're not going to remodel your house for you.
Right.
We're going to keep it going, not make it work for you. You moved in that way. Sorry, sorry. So then the other 3% are the people that kind of like flip out. I'm going to Google, I'm going to Better Business Bureau. Yeah.
But those people want to back the system on a lot of things.
They're not happy in this.
Yeah.
They're just getting millions. That's right. Any questions, you guys? Any questions? I don't want to keep you. I don't want to waste your time.
I'm not seeing any questions right now. Does anybody have anything?
What's this active military discount?
It's $20. So the active military discount, if they're active military, I wish it went to all veterans. Unfortunately, it's not. It's active military. They get a $20 discount on the plan. Okay, on top of what you could give them or whatever. I wish it was more. Please call me. Some people just like, if you want to know something's covered, or hey, Kourtney, hey, I started listing coverage. We were thinking about virus coverage, but something came back on the home inspection. I will tell you, if they flag the HVAC in any way on the home inspection, I recommend recommend a cleaning, they recommend maintenance, they recommend anything. I would highly recommend you doing that. I can almost get to 100% coverage with my company on heating and air related claims if, otherwise you're stuck at 94%. But a lot of realtors call me and I can just tell that they want to be assured that their client's gonna be covered no matter what. And it's really hard for me to do that, but I can get you to 99.9 if an HVAC contractor goes out prior to close, or even a week after close, I don't care, just before a problem happens and says, this is what I found and it's looking great. And I cleaned it and I serviced it and here's the pressure, it's great. Or he says, I found 3 problems, it's gonna be $400. And then we at least know that that work needs to be done because we need normal operating condition. We don't want to fix something that has had prior problems. So, just get it into normal operating condition. That's what I would tell all your buyers. Hey, you can relax if this thing's in normal operation. How do we prove that? We get an HVAC guy out there. Now, if you can't do that, that's fine. That's totally fine. You're just playing with a little less assuredness, okay? I don't even know a word for that, but thanks, guys. I really appreciate your time. Any other questions? Yeah.
Kourtney, I have a question. When you buy the additional coverage for the HVAC or even the hot water heater, what is the limit you all pay out? And do you pay out, to dispose of that? Because that's a charge. It's a separate charge to dispose of the unit or.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
I'm sure it's
point.
probably,
Yeah, great question. So if you look inside our brochure, and you guys will all get this PDF.
Mhm.
So this is what it looks like on the inside, but there are 2 upgrades. One's the enhanced HVAC plus right there. That's the $100. That's the $100 upgrade that Sunshine was talking about, maybe adding in after she discounts her. I'm sorry, I keep doing that. It's right there. And then after she does that, she adds that upgrade back on to strengthen the HVAC coverage. Well, the normal base plan is $2,500. This upgrade adds another $2,500. That's $5,000 total for all covered repairs. Okay, and then the haul away fee and disposal fee would not be covered unless, let me see if it's in there. It's got a bunch of, actually, so that same upgrade right on the bottom says haul away fee and disposal fee. So yes, that one upgrade would cover both those scenarios. Yeah. And so quick example, a lady in Campbellsville, a client, 2 weeks after she moved in, her hot water heater failed. And she had the buyer premium upgrade. So she had the $75 one, not the $100. She had this package. And we covered her hot water heater 2 weeks in and paid $1,000 towards her new hot water heater. And she would not have had coverage had she not had that upgrade. Why? Because all home warranty companies have a 30-day, no rust, no corrosion, no failure due to that, or we won't cover it, no matter what. There's a 30-day, sorry. But she had that upgrade and we took care of it. So always the forgiveness from us is built into those upgrades. I would always, if I had a buyer and the seller was open, I'd always ask for that $600 to $700 range home warranty. That will produce a rock solid, very, very inclusive policy. Some agents only sell these at the base plan and buyers are like, oh, you gave me the base plan. And they want everything covered. That's just not, the more money you give us, the more we can fix. And that's the truth. Good question. Anything else, you guys? No? Easy crowd. Well,
So how do you find out what contractors are covered with your company?
you could call it.
It's on the website.
No, we wouldn't list them publicly, but you could, if you want to know, hey, what electricians do you work with, just text me, I'll call the office. But usually when we find 1 or 2 that are honest, fair, do great work, there's no callbacks, like if they fix it, it's fixed. We hang on to them like with the death grip. Yeah. And we really develop great relationships with them. In fact, our network contractors are so trusted. Sometimes they get so good that if the bill, like if they go out and there's a problem with Misty calls us and she's got a problem and they go out, if it's under $300, they don't even need to call us for approval, which is super fast. They just fix it and leave and call us later. I mean, there's that level of trust built up. And with appliances, it's $200. If it's a $200 fix or less, don't even maybe take the time to sit there and just fix it. You know, we trust them. So, but that, yeah, it's a cool system. Okay, guys. Hey, I appreciate y'all and thank you, Paul. And if you have any questions, Paul, my contact info, how would they get my contact info, Paul?
You got business cards at all the offices, I believe.
Yeah, I believe I do. So, yeah, so just get a hold of me. Again, my name is pretty unique. You can't forget it. So, you know, it's you can look me up or do whatever, but I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
All right, Courtney, great job. Thank you so much. Always
Thank you.
appreciate everything you do for the office and the agents, man.
Yep, we'll see you in Danville. We'll see you
Thanks,
in Danville
Kourtney.
in a couple weeks.
Awesome. See you there.
Yep, see ya.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
Thank you.
Are you guys not gonna eat? You're welcome.